Today's question. I feel a constant tug of war with this understanding. Some days I can see I am being, and I can look to emotions and thoughts with caring detachment. And then there are days where I just feel a deep sense of identification with the body and thoughts. And then the idea of being something else is completely ridiculous. This is hell, and I often feel a desperate feeling at this time. Is this tug of war all a natural part of the process? Doesn't have to be a natural part of the process, but it is something that is very common. It's very common. For some, there is a deep, deep recognition, direct experience of what they really are, to the point where it eclipses any limited identification. To the point where that limited identification cannot really come back in anymore. Very subtle. For others, there is only maybe more of a surface kind of glimpsing of what they are. They're maybe not fully clear. There's still a lot of doubts. There's still a lot of identification. Because it's not been cleared up. They've not been thorough enough. You must be very thorough to see what you are, to see what you are not. Become very, very clear about that. It is beyond mental understanding. If you try to just live through a mental understanding, it will not work, because it means that you're just in the mind, the same conditioned mind, the same identified mind. You can't live it through the mind. It can only live you when you're out of the mind. That is what it is to be natural. To be artificial is to be in the mind. So you can't hold an understanding of it. It can't be something you intellectualize. There must be such thorough clarity of what you are that it removes all the doubts. And that which will really remove all the doubts is only the direct experience of what you are. To not be in the thought process, to see you are before it. To see you're underneath it. To see all of that is in the view of what you are. To see you are the ultimate view, where the thoughts happen, the emotions happen, the body happens, all circumstances happen. To see you are that ultimate view. That's where you are actually standing. That is where you are looking from, in a sense. Or you can say you are not there at all, whichever way you want to say it. There's an intelligence there that is viewing it all, this natural intelligence. The artificial intelligence is the mind that's trying to understand. The mind that's restless, the mind that is in doubt. Maybe, maybe not. When you're in love, you feel love. There is no doubt you are in love. No matter how much you try to intellectualize it or reason it, it doesn't matter. You feel the love. It is there. It's very much like that. When you have seen where your true position is, so to speak, which is not the thoughts, not the body, then it's like that. You are so sure of it. It's a natural sureness from the direct experience of it. The mind may come in as an afterthought and say, yes, this is what I am. But even without the thought, you don't need the thought, because it's not a thought. You're just looking from that view. You're looking from that seer, the ultimate view, the silent view, the expansive view. The one that sees all. You're seeing all of it. You are all of it. You are all of it. What is seen is part of it, but it is not the source of it. You are the source of it. All that is happening All that is happening in the view of that which is not happening. Are you a happening? You are not a happening. You are before all happenings. You are there as happening is happening, and you are not happening. You are there after a happening. Happening means time. Happening means come, go. Temporary. You are the lasting view, the ultimate view, the timeless view. See that clearly. Recognize that. Oh, yes, this is where I am looking from. This intelligence is looking from there. Not from the thought. The thought is seen by it. Not from the body is seen by it. Not from the emotions is seen by it. You see? It is only a thought getting confused with another thought, conflicting with another thought. That's the wrestle. That's the tug of war. The tug of war is between one thought and another thought. One thought says, I am this, or I should be this. The other is saying, maybe I am not that. Maybe I am this, or I feel like I am this. But the ultimate view is seeing both of those thoughts, isn't it? You're seeing both of those thoughts. Both of those thoughts are a happening. They come, they go. What's seeing that? What is aware of that? You can't pinpoint it with a thought. You can't really put a label on it. But you're looking from it, are you not? For any experience, for any happening to happen, there is the one that is viewing the happening. Otherwise, you cannot be aware of anything that is happening. So if you are viewing what is happening, you are not a happening. You're before all the happenings. But yet the happenings are made of the ultimate view, that which is not happening. So what is it that is not happening? What is it that is not a happening? Simply be aware of what is happening and what is not happening. They're simultaneous. One is the screen, does not move, does not budge. The other is the pictures and images on the screen. What seems to be happening on the screen? The happenings, the coming, the going, the appearing, the disappearing. Like clouds that move through the sky is just the sky, always there. The clouds moving, coming and going. When you say, I'm not sure what I am, it's a cloud. It's a thought. It's part of the happening. The happening is arguing with another part of the happening. It's a thought arguing with another thought. As soon as you view that, you've already shifted instantly. You're already instantly there. So the moment that you view it, you're not in it. You were never really in it. The in it is only an illusion of believing a certain thought. That's it. Just like the sun is always there, the moon is always there, but you can put the finger in the way and it will seem like you don't receive the light. It will seem like you've blocked it out. But in reality, you can't block out the sun. You can't block out the moon with your finger. But you can go like that and it will seem as though for you, you're blocking out the sun, the moon, you're blocking out the light. Like you're not receiving the light. That's what happens when a thought is being believed. So to question the thoughts, is this really the case? Am I sure of that? The thought that says I am the body, the mind, the emotions, you ask, am I sure of that? How do I know I am the body, mind, and emotions? What is viewing the body, mind, and emotions before the body, mind, emotions? Get clear on that. Come to the place of no doubt. and experience what you are beyond the thought, beyond the emotion, beyond the body. Then it is, yes, this. Because the sense is there, the intuitive, simple sense then is there. And then from this ultimate view, you see that all that is happening is a play of that ultimate view, of that source. It's just a play of the source, part of the source, made of the source. But you can't say I am just this or I am just that. This is what the identified mind is doing. It is trying to pinpoint itself on one thing. It says, I'm just this, I'm just thought, I'm just body, I'm just emotion, I'm just this belief, this circumstance. The moment you say you are just this or that, there is limitation. Then you've blocked off, apparently, the ultimate view. There's no inclusion there. When in reality, you're all of it, or there is only all of it, whichever way you want to see it. Either you are all of it, or you are not there. And there is only that, whichever way you want to see it. You see? So to see, to view, to be clear, to directly experience that, to sense that, it's intuitive, it's simple. You look, and you may have to confirm this again and again until it's over, until it is over, until all the doubts have gone. Then you are just looking from that place. You're always looking from that place. But the mind has maybe not come around to that. The mind is putting these obstacles in the way because of what it is believing, because it's not questioned those things. It's not thoroughly looked and explored those things. That's the invitation. That's what needs to happen, to be thorough. How thorough have you been? How much attention have you given? Has it been the priority? Where the attention goes, the energy flows. It must be the highest priority to really want to see. That gives, you give all the attention to that. To look, to be clear. Then that is what magnifies in your experience. But if you are just giving attention to the circumstance of what is happening, the emotions, the body, thoughts, desiring something, trying to get this in the world, trying to get that in the world, and you're not giving the attention to the foundation, then you will never clearly see what it is. You see? So there must be a thorough looking, an enthusiasm to look, the attention. You must be willing actually to die. You must be willing to die because you will have to die. What is dying? Only the illusion dies. What you are cannot die. What you really are can never die. Only the illusion dies. The dream. The dream of thinking you are something that you are not. Only that can die. So be willing to die. Be willing to die for the truth. Be willing to die for freedom. You've come to that point, you say it is like hell. You say it is like hell. And yet heaven is here. You are heaven. But you feel like hell because of what you believe. You feel like hell because of the investigation not being thorough. To not really see clearly. To not put an end to it. Bring the seeking to an end. Bring the searching to an end. That doesn't mean that you cut it short through the mind and say, I'm not going to seek or search anymore. That is no good. Because mind will always seek something. If you say you're not going to look at this, you'll go looking for something else. The seeking, the searching only stops when the seeker, the searcher comes to an end. And it only comes to an end when you find what it is that you're really looking for, which is what you are. When you find what it is that you are, then the seeking stops, the searching stops. You are found. You are there. You are already on the other shore. You only think that you are not, you see. So the tug of war is common, but it doesn't have to be necessarily part of the process, and certainly not a prolonged part of the so-called process. I hope that helps.